We're gonna do some modding. Hey, welcome back to the AnKorage where everything is awesome, and we are going to play today with the Proton Pack to a degree. Not the pack itself, but we're going to work with the Neutrino Wand, this guy. Talk about that in a second. A little while ago, I just switched out this from the plasticky, nylon-y, Kevlar-y wire loom, you know, yellow-ish. But I switched it out to this guy, which is screen accurate. It's a wire loom. It acts like a, you know, when you're moving it and stuff like that, it's almost kind of like a Chinese finger trap, because it, you know, it's, you know, bouncy. You know, play with one of those, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I did that, and I gave a little bit of weathering of sorts with a little dry brush technique with this here. So we are actually going to be working with the Neutrino Wand today. That pops off like this, and what I'm going to do is I am going to be removing this piece of it here, and I am going to be putting on this speaker to give the fidelity a little better fidelity and a lot beefier sound and louder, because the fidelity of the speaker on this is only of an AM radio, which is kind of crappy and it's not very loud, so I'm going to do that. So we'll talk about that, and we'll pick it up from there. Okay, so we've got the Neutrino Wand here. Here we are. So the mods we're going to do is I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to be putting on this cable here, and that way we can plug it directly into this JBL Go 2 Bluetooth speaker to make the sound of this a little beefier. So what we're going to need to do is take it over, and in this spot here, here, and here, these are plugs. They're plastic plugs, and that's where the drill comes in. Basically, these are hollow plugs, and I can drill a little hole in there, and then I can take a, say, like a drywall screw, or just a screw in general, screw it in there a little bit and pop those right out. And then there's 4 screws there. I can undo those, and this rail system here comes right off, and then I can undo the screws to undo the other half and get that open. Alright, so but before we get started, we are going to be working with the emitter. So I'm going to extend that, and you see how it's really clean, really new looking, stuff like that. Well, we want to age it. So what I've got here is I've got some stickers that I can use for aging. I can take these off, wrap it around here, and it'll actually give it a more accurate aged look. So I'm gonna peel this one off, and I'm gonna stick it on here, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Okay, so I'm gonna try to drill out these pieces, but we're not gonna bore you with the one at a time, stuff like that. I'll just zoom through it, and we'll see how that looks. Okay, well, one happened to pop out. Not a big deal. Okay, so I got those plugs out, when I drilled out these ones and went off just a little side a little bit, so it damaged it a hair. Now here's the caveat, or here's what it is about, drilling and stuff like that. Now the proton packs are serialized. Those have the collective value. These might to some degree, but these aren't as serialized as those are. In fact, there's nothing on here that clearly identifies SER or serial or anything like that. There's a number right here, but I don't understand what it's talking about. But there's other type here and stuff like that, but nothing mentions anything about serialization or anything like that. So I happen to have actually used this screwdriver to get those little plugs out, and it's a pretty good size here that I can actually use this to remove the screws. And there we go. So that's removed. The screws are still in there. I'm going to try to leave that like that as long as I possibly can. This one here, this screwdriver, I mean, it's good and everything, but you really have to work it. So I'm probably going to switch to my good one. So we'll do that. Okay, so I brought my spare mouse pad that I keep on this desk. I put that there just so this doesn't happen to bend or mar any paint or anything like that. So, and we got my special screwdriver that I bought specifically for the proton pack, and I can use it on this here. So I've got 4, which of course I can't reach, so I do have to use that small one. Where'd you go? There you are. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 that I have to remove, so why don't I get started on that? And looking in here, okay, that's something else. And there we are. Alright, so I'll put that off to the side. Here's the inside of it. So we can see here, this barrel, it bounces when you release it. So what I want to try to do is tighten that up a little bit. That'll mean taking out this screw here, pulling this out a little bit, and trimming this down a couple or 3 loops. So let's do that real quick. Okay, I got this stretched out, got it all clipped, got the little piece of it right there, got that, and of course it goes in like that, and then when I release it, it's a little better. So when that thing is closed up, it should work out fine. So next we have the actual speaker. So you remove this, edge that out. Here we go. And we see that we've got this portion screwed on to this plate. So we're going to remove that and see what we've got. Alright, so those screws are removed and this just slides off like that. So we've got something here. We got posts on this, and here's the speaker. So I'll remove the speaker, I'll let that hang off to the side. Look at this real quick. Well, we're going to have to sit this on the speaker, but we can't have these posts here. So we'll have to remove those. And here we have that AM Fidelity speaker. We're not going to be needing that, so I am just going to, actually I'm just going to just clip these wires off. I mean, I am going to use the wires. There we go. So this will go back in the box. I need a break for a little bit, so I'm going to put this aside. That's pretty far for a side, isn't it? Alright, so I'm going to do a little dry brushing using paper towels. So, of this unit. So, I'm basically just going to be going right around the edge and doing that. And I'm using this metallic silver paint pen. Give that a little shake. Get the tip off somehow. There we go. And I'm going to put some on this. Like that. Put that aside. And then I'm going to take another paper towel. This. Just going to dab it a little bit onto there. And then I'm just going to get a little bit of silver on there. So, a little bit more. A little dip. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing major, just to get a little bit on here. And just to kind of see that. I'll do the same thing on the other sides. Boom, 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 boom. You know, nothing serious. Just kind of boom, 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 boom. Just a bunch of random things here. So what this dry brushing does is that it provides a little bit of weathering, a little bit of wear, you know. So do that, and boom, 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 like that. So a little bit of wear, you know. It's like you stick it on, and then, as Adam Savage would put it, you bring it back. So just to describe a little bit, you know, get a little bit. Let's say, the bottom looks good, you know, and down here looks good. Right there looks good, and that, get a little touch more. Go like that, and then we'll just kind of bring it back by just doing a little bit of random. Nothing major. Kind of get the edges a little bit. Boom, boom. So I'm going like this, and then I'll use the other side of this to kind of bring it back. So we'll do that. And let's see, I'll just boop, 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 like that. And then just kind of give it just a little touch, like that. And then bring it back. You know, not remove it completely, but we're basically muting it. Alright, and we'll let that sit. That's done. So we are all done, and here it is. You can see it right in there. Yeah, there's a little glue there, but I'm going to paint that with some enamel, and there it is like that. There it is. Get the power button right here, and the volume and stuff like that. So why don't we listen to it? Start it up, and here we go. So there we go. And you can see on the emitter I've got a vinyl sticker on it that shows some weathering, some age on it and stuff like that. Now that's something that could have been done by Hasbro. So +1 for me, -1 for them on that. They could have done it and not have it be more expensive. It's just this is a vinyl decal, but they could have put a decal on it with this weathering on it just fine, and it would actually accompany the weathering bits on here, the paint that was added for aging. So there we go. So, okay. So what does this seem like with the pack all together? And there you have it. So it was fun to do, but it did have it was annoying at times, and it still continues to be annoying in some aspects, but nothing overly serious. I'm addressing those, and it's going to be great for Halloween this year. Too bad they couldn't get it to me sooner. Oh well. Well, till the next one. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and donate some crypto down below. You can see all the information, and we will talk to you later. So thank you very much, and Skál.